training is definitely making myself better, but I know that it's going to end up making my teammates better.
You have to know your teammate and know what they need.
The cohesion on the field and off the field is what makes everyone strong.
Being on a team, you know it's not just you out there.
I would do anything for the player next to me, behind me, in front of me.
Practicing day in and day out, trying to be the best me so they can be the best them. It's like a sisterhood that you have with those girls.
It's just really empowering. They're all doing crazy things. And you want to be like them and you want to push yourself like them.
It motivates me to work harder, to get faster, quicker.
Pushing each other so hard, all for the same goal. And then when you accomplish it, that's the best feeling in the world.
Once you tap into that, I think you're unstoppable.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Spokane, the official ball of you.
Everett Community College EVCC Trivia Time. What do 19,000 students choose Everett Community College every year? Answer at EVCC. Faculty know your name and care about your future. Register now for spring classes at everettcc.edu. And Jimmy John's, the NWAC Men's Women's Basketball Champions, would like to thank Jimmy John's for their continued support of the best seat in the house. Every game, a contestant's chosen to sit on the couch during the game. They receive a Jimmy John's sandwich. Jimmy John's, freaky fast, freaky good. And the Snohomish County Tourism Promotion Area. The NWAC Championships are also sponsored by the Snohomish County Sports Commission. The NWAC Men's Women's Basketball Tournament was made possible through the support of the Snohomish County Sports Commission. And welcome to the NWAC Basketball Sweet 16 Men's Basketball Championship. This is quarterfinal number 5, or round of 16, game number 5. We have the Spokane Sasquatch out of the East in the dark visitor jerseys today. And Umpqua is the home squad in white trimmed with green coming out of the South. Umpqua were the runner-up, lost to Lane Community College, who just won in the previous Sweet 16 game. So Lane will be already punched their ticket to the Elite Eight. Umpqua will be looking to be the second South team to punch that ticket. Spokane coming in out of the West region, is going to be looking to join the first 4 teams as well as we get into the second half of the Sweet 16 this afternoon. Games beginning at 8 a.m. this morning. The final tip-off scheduled for 10 o'clock tonight. My name is Dave Morris, joining you on STSPN, here hosting the NWAC Men's Basketball Championships. And down on the floor, we're starting with introductions of the starting lineup. Starters for the Spokane Sasquatch will be coming up first. Number 1, Diedrich Bakotis, is one of their big outside shooters. Isaiah Gattel, sophomore forward out of Cascade, from Everett, Washington. Derek Bakotis is from Spokane, out of Lewis and Clark High School. Anthony Parker, 6'1" sophomore point guard out of Anchorage, Alaska. Garrett White, the 6'5" forward from Coeur d'Alene. And finally, Gerald Delgado, 6'3" guard out of Warden High School in Warden, Washington. The Sasquatch are coached by Jeremy Goth, his assistants Brad Johnson and Eric Holbrook. The Sasquatch are 20-9 on the year, 11-5 in the East Division. They won the entire thing in 2016 and were eliminated in the Elite 8 last year. So perennial powerhouse out of the east side of the state, the Spokane Sasquatch. And out of the south, the Umpqua Riverhawks. Starters are number 1, Connor Shaw, a 6'1" guard out of Weber High School in Ogden, Utah. Max Martin, a 6'4" guard out of Morrow, Oregon, Sherman High School. Colton Mortensen is a 6'7" forward from Santaquin, Utah, Payson High School. Eric Klekas, a 6'1" sophomore guard out of Elko, Nevada, Elko High School. And number 42, a 6'10" forward from Pacific High School in Langlois, Oregon. Umpqua is coached by Danielle Leeworthy, and the assistant is Bid Van Loon. This is their 3rd consecutive, I believe, trip to the NWAC Basketball Championships. They were in the Final Four in 2018. So another program that's had a sustained run of success, looking to make their mark this season. Name of the game this time of year is win and advance. And that's what both these teams are going to be looking to do. They're going to be in some ways mirror images of each other. They both hang their hat on really tough man-to-man defense and trying to move the ball in transition, play a lot of inside-out basketball. And we are ready for tip-off. Round of Sweet 16, game number 5 here at Everett Community College. And it's going to be number 5 for Spokane, Isaiah Gattel, 6'5" forward, up against John Morrell Keeler, the 6'10" forward out of Umpqua, with the tip-off. And we're underway. And the ball's controlled out of bounds, going to go to Umpqua. Right off the bat, and that'll move the possession arrow to Spokane after they put the ball into play here. It's going to be Max Martin putting it in. Spokane transitioned from really being a full court pressure man-to-man team to a really, really tough half-court press. There's Umpqua getting an early shot there. Number 13, Colton Mortensen. Couldn't quite get it to drop, but Umpqua will hang on to the ball here with a new 30-second clock. Martin going to inbound to Connor Shaw. It's going to be their primary ball handler for right now. Eric Klekas, he's their big scorer from the outside. Back out of the post to Shaw. Shaw gets doubled, and he finds Colton Mortensen on the backside for the lay-in, and Umpqua scores first. Now over the timeline for the Squatch, number 13, Anthony Parker, the point guard, primary ball handler for them. He goes inside to Gattel, back out. Now on the wing there, number 32, Jared Delgado goes inside. And a nice little spin move from Garrett White inside. Umpqua really long on defense. Spokane not quite as much length, but they were able to get it inside and get a bucket early. And there's Klekas. He goes and finds Mortensen. They swing it. Back inside to the big man with a put in. Can't quite make it drop. And Spokane in transition, at least at speed, coming down the floor, they're definitely going to look for some speed and some transition baskets and then go into an early offense. And that ball is going to be off Colton Mortensen. And it's back to the Sasquatch. Garrett White to inbound. And Parker will walk the ball up over the timeline for the Spokane Sasquatch. Delgado finds Pacotis, and Pacotis, the pull-up jumper from the right side. And Spokane takes their first lead of the game. Still early days here. Umpqua Shaw goes over the timeline, gets it inside, and this time Merrill Keeler converts, tying the game up. He is going to be difficult to stop inside. A little bit of a height advantage for Umpqua. As they move it around, Parker drives into the lane, kicks it back out to Delgado. And Merrill Keeler on the rebound. Little transition for Umpqua. They miss a rather difficult shot under the basket there and reset. And now you've got Eric Klekus outside. Little pick and roll. Spokane forces the move. Shaw drives, kicks it back out. Mortensen pretty far out from the basket. Shot clock winding down, 6 seconds. Umpqua forced to take a tough fadeaway shot there. Max Martin, Spokane goes the other way here. And a good look for Gattel. Spokane gets the rebound. And the Sasquatch reset. Anthony Parker swings the ball back over to Pacotis. He's a little bit out of control on the baseline, gets the ball back out. And Gattel, the second time's the charm, missed the first three at the top of the key and hit from the right wing. Three-pointer, and it's 7-4 Spokane. Shaw over to Martin on the outside. Up to Klekus. Klekus steps, drops, misses the three, and Spokane, it was White keeping them alive, and then Spokane gets the rebound, comes down the floor here. Pacotis drives in the lane, pull-up jumper, good. Difficult shot, like a little bit step back, top of the circle. Umpqua's coaching staff may have thought they could get a little bit more help there, right in the middle of the court. Martin bounces it into Mortensen. Mortensen swings it over to Shaw. Lob inside. And Parker was able to get a hand in there before Merrill Keeler could get the ball up over his head. Parker directing traffic. Over to Delgado. Kicks it back out. And there's a drive and a bucket for Garrett White. He's got 4 points on the day. And Umpqua finds themselves down 11-4 in the early going here. Little lob to Mortensen. Mortensen makes a good move. Garrett White came across. And Mortensen was able to finish it. Spokane brings it down the floor, up tempo today. Both teams really do want to play at a relatively high tempo, and they're both pressuring in man. A lot of shots relatively early in the shot clock. Parker drives to the baseline, kicks it back out to White. Nice little move, and he goes to the basket. And he's got 6 points in the early going. 13-6, Spokane. Connor Shaw back over the timeline. Klekus comes off the down screen. Little pick and roll. Swings it out to Shaw. Shaw for the three. Misses, and the rebound picked up by Isaiah Gattel. Gattel up to Parker. Back to Gattel. He's open for three. Top of the key, off the front of the rim. Mortensen with the rebound, and Shaw's going to push the ball back the other way for Umpqua. Parker stops the ball. Shaw is willing to take him on. Drives. A little right-handed lay-in under pressure. It was a tough shot. Sasquatch come down with the rebound. Delgado outfought Merrill Keeler there for the ball. And now Parker has it on the right wing. trying to direct traffic and reset the offense. He bounces it into White. White spin, little one-hand post move, but he'd been pushed pretty far outside the post. And Umpqua going the other way. Shaw drives on Parker again. Another tough layup. Parker did enough to put him off, and the Sasquatch come the other way. Parker hands off to Pacotis. And now the Sasquatch are going to swing it the other side. Delgado for three. White put a little pressure on Mortensen there for Umpqua, but Umpqua gets the rebound. Now Shaw's going to look to get things going for Umpqua. Over to Martin. Bounces down to Morel Keeler. Drives into the middle of the lane. Little handoff to Mortensen for the quick jumper. And it's 13-8. Mortensen, 6 points in the early going for Umpqua. And now Parker looking to direct traffic as the wings come off down screen. Now they're going to go 1-4. Bouncing into White. A little handoff there to Delgado. Delgado has to pull it back out. Back to Parker on the right wing with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bounce over to White. And he got Morel Keeler in the air. It's going to be the first foul on Morel Keeler. And number 5 for Spokane, Isaiah Gattel, is going to go to the line. We have our first timeout of the game, media timeout. After the timeout, it'll be Gattel going to the line. Spokane had a little bit of the edge in the early going. They've got a foul on Morel Keeler, who's the inside presence for Umpqua. And we've got, and we're going on break.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
Yell in my ear. Oh, you can't. Got it. Sorry about that.
Not backtrack.
We're back. Isaiah Gattel for Spokane goes to the line, shooting 2. The foul on Umpqua's John Morel Keeler, his first foul of the game. Really high tempo, first 7 minutes. And Gattel a little short from the line, 13-8 Spokane. Gattel has a chance to add to that. 12:40 to go, our first foul. It's been an up and down game. As Gattel hits the foul shot, runs the Spokane lead to 6. And Connor Shaw walks the ball over the timeline for the Riverhawks. Morel Keeler way outside on Gattel, goes for the jumper and hits it. It's going to be very difficult for Spokane to take that shot away from John Morel Keeler at 6'10". He had Gattel in his face, but didn't have any trouble shooting over him if he could hit that shot. And there's a turnover. Steal by Martin. End to end. Lofts it up in the air for number 15, Cameron Benzel. And Benzel, his first 2 points, entered the game at the timeout. And it's 14, all of a sudden it's 14-12, game on. And driving pull-up jumper, no good for Pacotis. Connor Shaw, and he bounces the ball off number 10 for Spokane. Tanner McClement call. I think that's going to be a foul call on the floor before the out of bounds. Fouls on Tanner McClement call. Jumped into number 1, Connor Shaw. They're going to give Shaw 2 shots. And Shaw hits the first. cut the lead to 1. He can tie it up right here. And the Sasquatch are going to put Garrett White back in the game. Give Isaiah Gattel a break. And Shaw shooting for the tie here. Both teams made a couple substitutions on the media timeout there. And you've got number 14, Jamal Alstrom, bringing the ball up for the Sasquatch. And there's Pacotis running one-hander, no good. Merle Keeler holds on to the rebound. Umpqua in transition to Shaw. And that's number 15, Cameron Benzel, missed the dunk attempt. And Spokane has the ball with a chance to take the lead, retake the lead here. Inside to Asher Cox, kicks it out. Number 10, Tanner McClement-McCall misses the shot. And coming the other way for Umpqua, number 0, Brock Gilbert. And kick it over to Eric Klekas. Hasn't been able to really get going yet. He does right there. His first 3 points of the game. And Sasquatch coach Jeremy Groth. So one of the emphasis for Spokane was to try to keep Klekas from going. Hitting that 3 is going to make that job just a little bit tougher. And Asher Cox replies with a little jumper inside the lane, but Umpqua on a little bit of a run, takes a 1-point lead. Shaw bounces over to Gilbert. Gilbert back to Klekas. Klekas kicks it out. Cameron Benzel off the rim. No good, pulled down by Jamal Alstrom. Comes up the floor. Asher Cox for 3. Asher Cox inside, outside, hit a little baby jumper last possession and then backs up for the 3 this time. So he has 5 points in 2 possessions, and Spokane's back on top by 2. Once again, great tempo to this game. Not a lot of stoppages. Good possession. There's a little bit of a trap, Spokane. Ump was able to ball handle their way out of it there. Klekas got out of the double team, found Shaw. Shaw splits another double team, hands the ball over to Benzel for 2, and Benzel's got 4 points in the last minute or so, or 2 minutes. And once again, tie game, 19 all. Pacotis lobs it into White. White, nice post move. And Spokane's back in front by 2. Connor Shaw walks it up for Umpqua. Klekas runs through the lane, pops out. Behind the back, running one-hander off the rim. No good, Alstrom pushing the tempo for Spokane. And under pressure, on the floor, Umpqua wins the ball there. Gilbert kicks it back out to Shaw. Misses the 3, pulled down by White. Good defense by Umpqua there. And now, is that Pacotis? That's Pacotis going to walk the ball up the court here. Start things on the left side, come across. They're running into a set here. They go into the lane. Asher Cox can't quite get around Merle Keeler there. And Umpqua comes back with the ball. Here's Klekas, kicks it over to Shaw. Shaw inside, extra pass, and Merle Keeler wide open on the backside there. Alert pass from Cameron Benzel to set that up. And we're tied again. Inside, Asher Cox, he's having a really good one-on-one battle with John Merle Keeler. Cox wins that battle for 2 more. 7 points since coming in the game for Asher Cox. And Umpqua is going to look to answer once again, down by 2. And that time, Brock Gilbert saw a cross-court pass, couldn't quite pull that off. We got a couple subs coming in for Umpqua. It's going to be number 23, Tucker Peterson, checking into the game for the first time. And looking on the bench there at number.
We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
And welcome back to the NWAC Basketball Championships. It's the Sweet 16. Spokane, 3rd seed out of the East, 23. Umpqua, the 2 seed out of the South, 21. Terrific first half, non-stop action. Couple changes on the floor for the first time. Jake Sutton, freshman forward out of South Jordan, Utah. And number 23, Tucker Peterson, a 6'4" guard out of St. George, Utah, Desert Hills for Umpqua. Into the game for Spokane, number 20, Damian Carter, and Anthony Parker's back in. And there, number 22, Garrett White, slices through the lane, 10 points in the early going, and Spokane stretches their lead to 4, 25-21, 7:20 to go in the first half. And Umpqua finds ball, they find Connor Shaw in the corner there. Bounces it in. Trying to back down Cox. Little one-hand baby hook is off for Jake Sutton, and Spokane's going to push the tempo a little bit. White over to Carter. Carter finds Delgado coming off a screen, top of the key for 3. And just like that, 7 points in a row for Spokane. 6:50 to go in the half. Brock Gilbert's going to bring the ball up over the timeline for Umpqua. Finds the entry pass to Shaw. Little attempt at a pick and roll. Spokane seems to double that pick and roll every time, and they've been forcing Umpqua's guards to back up, and Umpqua has not been able to really find the open man on that double team. Parker pushing the tempo again off the miss by Umpqua. Out to Cox, looking for 3. That's short off the front iron, and good hustle by Carter, but he's not going to get there in time. Umpqua gets the ball. Substitutions back in for Umpqua. Eric Klekus is back in the game, as well as Max Martin. And it's going to be Brock Gilbert walking the ball up the court again. So Umpqua sets up 1-4. Klekus pops out, finds Peterson in the corner. Peterson back up to Klekus, who drives, gets in the lane, goes up against Asher Cox. Little running left-hander, misses. Cox with the rebound, and here comes Parker pushing the tempo. Goes right past Gilbert, draws the foul. 2 shots, that'll be the first foul of the day on Brock Gilbert, second team foul. Once again, great tempo. Both teams up and down the floor, high effort, good defending, and not a lot of fouls. And now you've got Anthony Parker at the line. And he misses the first. This is his first trip to the line. Looking to stretch the lead to 8. Second shot is up. And Spokane, 2 for 4 from the line today. 1 for 2 both trips. 8-point lead, 5:54 to go. Gilbert over to the left, finds Klekus. Spokane very aware of him. They double the ball. He's used up his dribble. Finds Martin, gets out of the double team, gets the ball back. Now finds Peterson. Peterson drives on Gattel. Little handoff. Gilbert and number 15, Cameron Benzel. 6 points since coming in with a little short jumper. And Spokane right back down the floor. Delgado hands it over to Gattel. Back to Delgado. Delgado, corner 3 is up off the front iron. Hustles, gets his own rebound. And it's 31-23, leads back to 8, 5 minutes to go in the first half. And Brock Gilbert slows things down a little for Umpqua. They've got Morel Keeler getting ready to come back in the game. Klekus finds Peterson. Peterson, good cross-court pass, and it's finished at the rim there by Jake Sutton. Was able to outmaneuver a couple Spokane defenders and get that one in there, cut the lead to 6. Anthony Parker with the ball on the left wing here. Gets it into White, the low post. White, spin move, draws 2 defenders, kicks it out to Delgado for 3, and it's good. That's the setup pass you want if you're a shooter. It was just catch and shoot for J.R. Delgado. And it's back to a 9-point lead for Spokane. Gilbert on the right side, looking to drive on Parker, gets to the baseline, kicks it out to Klekas. Quick pass over to Martin, back to Klekas. Looking for the long 3 off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, back out to Gilbert. And Gilbert, the iron is unkind, and White pulls it down for Spokane. In transition, there's Carter, pulls up in transition there, 1-on-3. Peterson with the rebound, a little bit casual with the pass, turns it over. Parker goes into the lane and draws the foul on Tucker Peterson. An alert play by Parker there, grabbed that ball in transition, and timeout on the floor. We'll be back, 34-25, Spokane over Umpqua.
Life is about moments. If you fight, I fight. If I fight, we fight.
You be there and watch what I do when the bell rings.
Do you have that real look in your eye that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can ask yourself this question: did I give everything I got? Did I lay it all on the line? Or am I cheating myself?
What you say, Quade? See ya!
Right at it. Oh! He's done it again!
And we're back. The NWAC Basketball Championships, Sweet 16. Anthony Parker steps to the line to shoot 2 after that steal in transition, with a chance to make it a 10-point lead, and he has succeeded. 35-25 Spokane. Parker looking to hit the second foul shot here, and it's good. An 11-point lead for the Spokane Sasquatch as Umpqua Brock Gilbert continues to bring the ball up the floor here. To Klekas in the left wing. Back to Gilbert under a lot of pressure from Spokane. They're really forcing the ball outside. A lot of possession well beyond the 3-point arc. Over to Peterson. Peterson for 3. Misses. Gets his own rebound. 1-on-4. Kicks it out to Klekas. Klekas down in the corner for Martin. Martin back to Klekas. They've got a new clock. He's going to drive. Draws the double team. Pulls it out. Comes off Merrill Keeler. Dishes it off. And Gilbert gets to the lane and draws the foul. That'll be on Anthony Parker, number 13. That's his first, only the second team foul on Spokane. Chance to cut it to 8, and we've got a couple of special guests sitting up here in the studio. Hi, guys.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Hunter, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is from South Puget Sound from the Clippers, right?
Yes.
All right. So tell me a little about your game coming up. You guys are playing
Whatcom.
Yep. The Orcas out of the north, right?
Yep.
And you guys are, congratulations, the West champions, correct?
Thank you. Yeah.
Top seed out of the West.
Yep.
So what are you guys going to be looking to do in the next game besides advance?
We're gonna like try to stop their bigs from get easy catches in the paint. Just pack the paint so they, and keep their bigs, from boarding. Getting some easy looks in the paint.
Are you guys more concerned with their posts or more concerned with shooters?
Yeah, it's their posts that are our main concern.
Yeah.
We're going to just try to get out and run on them.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to try to play up tempo?
Yeah, for sure. They have a super deep lineup for their bigs, so we're going to try and get them running up and down the court. But much respect to them. They have a super good inside game, and we're hoping to stretch them out a little bit.
There you go. So what was the thing that really you feel like got you there? It was, that's a big season to win the West. That's always really competitive.
Oh yeah.
What do you think got you there?
Well, just having that winning culture, like winning it last year and then winning it this year, and having a whole new group of freshmen. We had about 8 freshmen come onto the team this year, and them being able to push us along and have a sophomore leadership and just keep pushing for that winning culture this year. I think that really helped us.
Yeah. There you go. You guys excited to play at Evergreen next year? Getting a new gym at South Puget Sound?
I think the new gym's gonna be really awesome, especially for the freshmen. But sad that we don't get to experience it. So.
Yeah. So it's always tough when you get a big project like that. But I think you guys will enjoy playing at Evergreen also. So you got a little side benefit there for a year or two while they're building a brand new facility at South Puget Sound. Right. So what do you look forward to? As you head into the postseason and getting into the tournament.
Just to have some great competition. Just trying to play our hardest. Try to make it as far as we can. Make the best of this last season for us. And just have a good season for coach as well, so we can keep on the tradition for him.
Awesome, that's brilliant. Well, all right, well, thank you guys very much for
joining
us.
Thank you for
Look
having
forward
us.
to seeing you in the next game.
Awesome.
And good luck.
Sounds good. Thank you. We appreciate it.
And we're back to live action here. Minute 29 to go. Spokane 41, Umpqua 28. Number 1. Diedrich Pakotis at the line, shooting for the Sasquatch. As they've been able to, he hits, and they've been able to run their lead out to 14 here. 30-second timeout. We're just going to stay here for that. No, we're not.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
And Umpqua brings the ball up the floor out of the timeout. Connor Shaw kicks it over to Merrill Keeler for 3. Pulled down by Pakotis. And Parker comes over the timeline on the left side. He's got Pakotis who drives in the lane, one-hander, and he got hit by Max Martin on the shot there. 2 shots. 2 shots for Pakotis. Max Martin, that's his first foul, 5th team foul. A minute to go, neither team in any foul trouble at all. And Pakotis misses the first. So he was 2 for 2, now 2 for 3 from the line. A minute to go, chance to run the lead back up to 15 for the Sasquatch. And we're going to be joined here shortly by a pair of Orcas as Connor Shaw brings the ball up. Gets it back from Martin. Comes off a screen. Back out to Martin for 3. He's set off the rim. Peterson timed that jump well, couldn't quite hang on. And it's Diedrich Pakotis walking the ball up the floor for the Sasquatch. Over to Parker. Parker directs traffic, clears the lane out, kicks it out to Delgado. Delgado drives into the paint, hands it off to Guttel. 3 misses badly to the left there. Parker corrals the loose ball back into Guttel, kicks it out to Cox. Cox drives in the lane, spins, one-hander, a little bit too hard, pulled down by Peterson. Parker was sitting on that again, and now we're going to be joined by 2 young men from the Whatcom Orcas. Hey guys, we have Grant Balvan, help me out, Balvans, sorry about that, and Dominic Oliveri.
Yep.
Right? So tell me a little bit about your season. You guys excited to be here?
Yeah, it's been a great opportunity to get this chance. Last year, I was a freshman. We fell 1 game short, so it was pretty disappointing not being here. So I think all of us are just excited for the opportunity and get a chance to play here in a nice facility. So
there you go. So what are you going to be looking to do today against the #1 ranked team coming out of the West, South Puget Sound?
I think we match up with them fairly well. We've done our scout for the week, and I think our guys are working pretty hard. We've been practicing for that zone that they run, and we're feeling confident in that. So we're just going to look out to go out and be physical today, and just play with confidence and go get a win.
There you go. So what's kind of been the most fun for you guys this season? What's been a highlight for you?
You know, I think, yeah, during the preseason, we did a few road trips down south for tournaments. It's always a good time, kind of playing a few games in a row, hopefully getting the same tournament feel as we'll have here tonight, and hopefully if we get the dub, coming back tomorrow. So I think that was probably one of the best memories from the year so far.
Awesome. Well, good luck today, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Thank you. And Connor Shaw with the runner, and we go to halftime. Spokane 43, Umpqua 28. Here with the NWAC Championship Sweet 16, and we'll be back after a few words from our sponsors.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
When I first graduated high school, all I wanted to do was go to a four-year because, like, if you went to a community college, it was, like I said, not very competitive. But now being at a community college for 2 years, that makes you grow up as a player way more than you would think just going straight to a four-year. You have a lot of, like, the community members that come out to your games that you know of, and so here I think is where kids really develop their skills, and then they can go on to a four-year. My name is Devaney. I play basketball at Centralia College, and I go boldly.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Biden, the official ball of you. It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Spokane, the official ball of you.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
When I first graduated high school, all I wanted to do was go to a four-year because if you went to a community college, it was, like I said, not very competitive. But now being at a community college for 2 years, that makes you grow up as a player way more than you would think just going straight to a four-year. You have a lot of the community members that come out to your games that you know of, and so here I think is where kids really develop their skills then they can go on to a 4-year. My name is Devaney. I play basketball at Centralia College, and I go boldly.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories.
Up next, Tulalip Resort and Casino is a proud sponsor of the NWAC Basketball Championship Halftime Shooting Contest. Earn points and rewards everywhere. Discover the power of one. See tulipresortcasino.com for more information. And the Snohomish County Sports Commission. The NWAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament was made possible through the support of the Snohomish County Sports Commission. We thank you. And we're back for the second half. Spokane and Umpqua. Spokane with a late run now leads by 15 to start the second half. And they'll be inbounding the ball. Same lineup that started the game. It's going to start the second half here for, I think, both teams. Neither team in any foul trouble at all after a really high tempo, not super high scoring, but high tempo first half. Anthony Parker throws it in. Isaiah Gattel kicks it out to Delgado. Delgado, Martin's right on top of him. Driving in the lane. Parker, Gattel gets the rebound. He gets kicked out eventually to Diedrich Pakotis. Pakotis, fall away jumper, front of the rim, almost got the roll there. Pulled down by Merrill Keister, and Umpqua's going to push the tempo. And it's Connor Shaw splitting the defense. A little running one-hander, cuts the lead to 13. And Umpqua with a little bit of a statement of intent here to start the second half. Delgado keeping the ball down, comes off a screen, drives by Martin, pulls up, and he misses off the front of the rim. Umpqua looking to push the tempo again. Connor Shaw off the double screen, hands it to Klekas. Klekas only 3 points in the first half. That was a real key for Spokane. Comes off the screen on the pick and roll. Finds Merrill Keeler. Kick out to Martin in the corner. Martin tries to drive. He gets sort of ridden off the ball there. Shaw with a pull-up three and hits. A long three for Connor Shaw. That gives him 7 points, 5 in the last about 30 seconds. And Umpqua cuts the lead to 10. Anthony Parker into Garrett White. White pull-up jumper, he misses as well. Right now, Umpqua limiting Spokane to one shot, one look, pull-up jumpers. Getting the rebound is going to make it really hard. Klekas, the kick out there from Shaw, and he buries a three. And a 15-point lead is now 7. Not even 2 minutes into the half, and we have a timeout by the Sasquatch. And we'll go to break.
I'm strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence. I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication. Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
And be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
When I first graduated high school, all I wanted to do was go to a 4-year because if you went to a community college, it was, like I said, not very competitive. But now being at a community college for 2 years, that makes you grow up as a player way more than you would think just going straight to a 4-year. You have a lot of the community members that come out to your games that you know of, and so here I think is where kids really develop their skills and then they can go on to a 4-year. My name is Devaney. I play basketball at Centralia.
And we're back. And the Sasquatch, Anthony Parker, pushes the ball up the floor on Connor Shaw. Kicks it over to Pacotis. Pacotis, drive, fade away, and draws the foul on Eric Klekus. That's going to be his second. First team foul of the half. A little bit of a touch foul. Good break for Spokane. Jeremy Groth called timeout. Encouraged Spokane to pick up the tempo a little bit on offense. They get Pacotis, gets a foot in the lane, draws the foul, and now he's going to go to the line. Looking to shoot 2. And he hits the first, runs the lead back to 8. 3 for 4, 4 for 5 from the line today for Pacotis. And makes them both. So 5 out of 6. And the lead's back to 9 for the Sasquatch. Connor Shaw bringing it up for Umpqua, takes it over to the right. Finds Merrill Keeler. Merrill Keeler, little jump shot from the top of the key. Umpqua staying with Spokane. Spokane threatened to run him a little bit out of the building here at the end of the first half, but Umpqua comes out of the break ready to go. Garrett White drives in the lane, kicks out to Pacotis. Pacotis matched up there by Klekus, and they're going to say John Merrill Keeler knocked that thing out of bounds, and it's going to be J.R. Delgado looking to inbound the ball for Spokane. 10 on the shot clock. Out to Parker, over to Pacotis. He's the shooter. It's shooter on shooter. He goes up. Pacotis went up, came down, thought he might have drawn a foul, but traveling. And Umpqua, chance to cut it to 5 here, less than 3 minutes into the second half, as Connor Shaw comes over the timeline. Bounces it inside to Mortensen. Mortensen looking to go high-low, couldn't quite make the connection. And Spokane gets the ball back with a 7-point lead. And Anthony Parker is going to walk the ball over the timeline for the Sasquatch. Running out of a 1-4 low set. White pops up, gets the ball at the top of the key, drives, really contested shot. Rebound gets pulled down by Mortensen, and Connor Shaw. Connor Shaw with the drive and the and-one, cuts it to 5. 9 points on the game for Shaw, Umpqua's leading scorer on the night, with a chance to get into double figures here and cut the Spokane lead to 4 early in the second half. And he's got it. That's Parker's second foul, first of the second half. Once again, nobody in foul trouble here. Parker walks it over the timeline, bounces over to Delgado. Delgado drives in the lane, pull-up jumper, nothing but net. And the Sasquatch run the lead back to 6. Here comes Connor Shaw looking to answer back. Dribbles into a double team, kicks it out to Mortensen. Three-pointer, no good, he trips. And here comes Spokane in transition, Parker coast to coast. And just like that, it's an 8-point Spokane lead again, as Connor Shaw comes over the timeline on the right side for Umpqua. Hand off to Klekus. Klekus looking to get in the lane, pulls it out, over to Mortensen looking for the ball back. Shallow cut, top of the key into Merrill Keister, kicks it out. Back to Merrill Keister. On the right side, drives in the lane, goes up in between 2 defenders, draws the foul. This could get interesting. That's going to be on number 22, Garrett White. That's his first, second team foul. If it had been on Parker, it would have been Parker's third. Still, we're not even down to 15 minutes in the half, and that would have been an interesting issue to come up in the game. But for right now, Merrill Keeler hits the first, cuts the Spokane lead to 7. That's his first free throw of the game. And Merrill Keeler sinks them both, cuts the Spokane lead to 6. If you're Umpqua, certainly getting the ball into Merrill Keeler and him getting fouled, something you want to see more regularly in the second half. Spokane moving the ball up-tempo, looking to make that extra pass for an open shot. Kicked out to Delgado. Delgado takes a contested 3 right in Max Martin's face and buries it. And Spokane up to a 9-point lead again. as Connor Shaw gets the play from the bench. Little A-shape offense off the double screen, and Shaw just missed, looking for Merrill Keeler. He had a window for that pass, needed to probably wishing he'd lobbed it a little bit more, got caught a little flat, and Spokane with a 9-point lead. And the ball as Asher Cox, who had a terrific first half, 11 points in the first half, checks back in for Spokane for Garrett White, who has 10. So strength to strength for Spokane. Delgado, pull-up jumper. And J.R. Delgado has 8 points on the night. And the lead's back to double figures, 11. Peel over to Klekas, back around. Connor Shaw drives in the lane. Klekas gets the Spokane defender in the air. Might have thought he drew a foul, didn't get the call. Pakotis to Parker. Parker drives. And 2 points for Parker, and the lead's back to 13. 14:33 to go. Connor Shaw on the left side. The Spokane lead was down to 4, now it's back to 13. Mortensen drives the lane. Can't quite get the layup to go, but he draws the foul. And the call is going to be on, so we look for the referee to signal. Number 13, Anthony Parker, going to be his third foul, so a little bit of foul trouble here for Spokane. Third foul, and timeout on the floor, and we'll join them.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC. WWCC is affordable.
Point lead, and Anthony Parker playing with 3 fouls, 15 minutes to go in the second half. He's going to stay in the game. No changes for the Sasquatch coming out of that timeout. Delgado kicks it over to Parker. Parker in the lane, and a foul on the ground there. I think it's going to be, and it is. It's on 23, Tucker Peterson for Umpqua. His second foul, third team foul. Little lob into Cox. He spins, finds Parker. Peterson's matched up on Parker. Goes underneath the screen. Delgado looking to drive on Klekas. Loses the handle. Ball gets out of the lane. Parker drives as the shot clock's winding down. No reward for a good defensive series for Umpqua there. And they end up giving up the basket anyway, down 14. Klekas in the corner looking for 3, comes up short. Parker with the board, pushing the tempo. Now pulls it out. Umpqua looking for a double. Klekas fights his way back to Delgado with the jumper. And pulled down by Merrill Keeler. And Connor Shaw pulls up for 3. Peterson comes from the backside, kicks it out to Klekas. Klekas sinks the 3-pointer. Timeout, Umpqua. Klekas, 9 points on the night, and we're going to timeout.
We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
And we're back, 13:08 to go. NWAC basketball, Sweet 16, Spokane 58. Out of the east, Umpqua, runners up from the south region, 47. 13:08 to go. Spokane really riding a run they made right at the end of the first half, stretching a game that had been nip and tuck through most of the first half to a 14-point lead at halftime. They're up 11 right now. Umpqua comes out of the timeout. They're going to press. Doesn't look like there's any changes in personnel. And Gattel runs the baseline, inbounds it, gets it back. Little bounce pass. Parker made a bad pass into a good one. Finds Delgado in the corner for three. And it's 61-47, 14-point lead for the Sasquatch. Umpqua did a good job creating a chance to make a steal there. Couldn't quite get it. The price for Spokane. Now Klikas pull-up jumper in the lane is good. 61-49. Back to half court, man-to-man by Umpqua. Both these teams really wanting to get out, match up man-to-man, force the tempo, make the extra pass on offense. Parker, top of the key, kicks it out to Delgado. Delgado over to Pacotis. Pacotis drives with the lay-in. That was Cameron Benzel who couldn't quite get over. Shaw turns the ball over. Body's on the floor, and it's going to be Cameron Benzel, I believe. Nope. I'm sorry, Colton Mortensen called for the foul, his first of the night. It's going to be the third team foul, I believe. Third team foul. In a game at high tempo here. Brock Gilbert steps back in the game for Umpqua. Point on Anthony Parker, who kicks it over to Diedrich Pacotis. And the air ball, Tyler Peterson got him on the arm. That's Peterson's third foul. Fourth team foul, and Diedrich Pacotis goes shoot. Sorry, the PA announcer, I think, mispronounced his name. Diedrich Pacotis shooting three for Spokane, misses the first. Peterson disappointed with that, definitely didn't agree with that call. Referee was in good position. Pacotis hits the second, pushing the Spokane lead to 15 here with 12:01 to go in the half. As Umpqua needs to start to make a push here, down 16 with 12 minutes to go. They cut it to 4. Spokane's run that lead back out now to a game high of 16. Kicking it back out to Brock Gilbert. He drives, finds Peterson on the kick out. Peterson doesn't want to shoot a three there. Over to Mortensen, back to Peterson. Peterson looking to drive on Parker. Running one-hander, no good. Goes up for the rebound, but Parker corrals it and pushes the tempo for Spokane. Out to White. White steps into a three. Peterson with the rebound. He's going to bring the ball up the floor here as Umpqua looks to push tempo. Drives underneath the screen, gets to the rim. 2 for Peterson. That's his first bucket of the day. And Anthony Parker brings it over the timeline as Spokane looks to reset. Pacotis gets in the lane. A little one-hand fadeaway, no good. Pulled down by Mortensen. Mortensen out to Gilbert. Gilbert running over the timeline, drives, kicks it out to Peterson. Up to Benzel. Benzel swings it over to Mortensen, looking for, I think, Gilbert there on the baseline. Can't quite hold on, and Spokane has the ball in a 14-point lead here as we get closer to the midpoint of the second half. Delgado over to White. White face up on Benzel. Goes under the rim, reverse layup. And once again, a 16-point lead for the Sasquatch. Brock Gilbert gets Umpqua into their set. Over to Klikas. Klikas off the screen. Spokane runs 3 players at him off of that pick and roll. Now pick and roll on the opposite side. Peterson finds Klikas at the top of the key, drives, Shot clock's down to 8, trying to back Delgado in off the front rim, no good. Delgado with the rebound. And Spokane breezing up the floor now, holding that lead. White thought about the 3 early in the clock. Good decision to kick it out here with the lead. And they go into Cox, he gets double teamed, and that's gonna be a jump ball. He thought he drew the foul. That's gonna be a jump ball, and possession goes to Umpqua. Timeout on the floor, and we'll go timeout here as well. Spokane 67, Umpqua 51.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.
Not bad, Trent.
And we're back. Spokane 67, Umpqua 51. Coming out of the timeout here, 9:50 to go. Umpqua's going to inbound the ball after that defensive stop. It's going to be number 15, Cameron Benzel, inbounding to Connor Shaw. Shaw picks the ball up over the timeline, bounces it into Peterson, who drives on White, pull up one-hander, and he drew the foul. Garrett White, a little bit of a tough call there. White thought he had position. Peterson had a lot of movement getting in there and drew enough contact to get the foul call. And he steps to the line here, a chance to cut it to 14. Off the front of the rim there. Peterson, 2 points on the day, 0 for 1 from the line, looking to even it up at 1 out of 2. And he bounces that one in. Umpqua's going to press, try to speed the tempo. Spokane likes to run, and they get it to Parker, who beats the double team. Sort of broke an ankle there on Brock Gilbert, gets the ball back. Into Garrett White on Peterson. Backs him down, one-hander, no good, but Asher Cox with the putback. And it's a 17-point lead for the Sasquatch as they continue to add to that advantage here. Just over 9 minutes to go. Connor Shaw dribbling at the top of the key, finds Klekas. Klekas looking to drive on Delgado, spins off the glass, no good. Peterson works hard to keep that ball alive, but it's Anthony Parker behind the back, coast to coast, until his shot is blocked by Cameron Benzel. Back the other way, Peterson at the rim, lays it off the glass, and it's a 15-point game. Umpqua coming on the press. Peterson steps up, draws the foul. Great defensive play by Peterson there. Tucker Peterson stepped in front. As far as Anthony Parker knows, he just materialized there, but actually he was set, and Parker got caught watching the ball a little bit, stepped in there. That's his 4th foul. 8:43 to go, 15-point lead. Jeremy Groth going to roll the dice, it looks like here, and leave his primary ball handler out on the floor and hope he can avoid getting that 5th foul. Connor Shaw drives in, 13-point lead, 8.5 to go. Spokane betting that Parker can avoid getting his 5th foul here as he passes the ball in. And Garrett White spins, and that's going to be a foul on Tucker Peterson. And Peterson has 4 fouls as well, 8:15 to go. And Umpqua didn't particularly like that call, a little bit of a soft call, but Peterson's going to have a discussion about it, but he's unlikely to win on appeal. And Garrett White steps to the line, looking to shoot 2 here. Hits the first. His first points of the second half. He had 10 in the first. His first foul shot. First free throw of the game, though. And Garrett White hits them both. 71-56, 15-point game. Connor Shaw brings the ball over the timeline. A little bit of a 2-3 set here. He's got Peterson out on the wing. Finds him. Peterson drives in the lane. Hands it off to Benzel, over to Shaw. Shaw tried to spin, couldn't quite get it. And here comes Parker up the floor. A little bit fortunate there. Looked like he may have lost the handle a little bit. Back to White, back to Parker. Under pressure from Brock Gilbert. Drives into the corner, looking to bounce it into White. White double teamed and jump ball. Possession goes to Spokane. Isaiah Gattel steps in for Spokane, and Morrill Keeler steps in for Brock Gilbert for Umpqua. As the game's still played at a breakneck tempo here. Delgado inbounds to Cox, little handoff. Delgado looking to drive on Clekus. Pull-up jumper is good. That was a tough shot, Clekus. You have to be pretty happy with how you defended there. And Delgado just rose up over top of him, and it's a 17-point lead. Connor Shaw over to Peterson. Peterson finds Clekus. Same matchup, Clekus and Delgado. He's able to bounce it into the post. And this time, Asher Cox, I believe, is going to be called for the foul there. And he was pushing Morrill Keeler from behind. That's the 6th team foul, so after this, Umpqua is going to go 1-1 the rest of the way. Pass inbounds. Shaw, fadeaway jumper, no good. Asher Cox able to keep Morrill Keeler off of it. And the Sasquatch come down with it. Gattel had the rebound there in the end. Delgado matched up on Clekus, kicks it out to Pacotis. Pacotis bounces it over to Parker. Parker gets away from 3 Umpqua defenders, passes it to Cox. And Anthony Parker beat 3 players there to create an easy bucket for Asher Cox. Cox with 15 on the day. Little pass inside, Benzel can't get it to fall. Morrill Keeler can't get it to fall. Eventually pulled down by Pacotis. And Anthony Parker's going to walk it up. He's met by Connor Shaw at the timeline. Gattel over to Pacotis. Pacotis finds Delgado. Back over to Parker on the left side. Parker drives in the lane, and he's going to be pulled up, and the foul is going to be called on Connor Shaw. That's going to be the 16th foul on Spokane. Shaw's first foul of the night to go with 12 points. He leads all Umpqua scorers today, I believe. And everybody's going to be going on the line the rest of the way here with 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Spokane up. They can run it to 20 with a basket here. 3-pointer from Pacotis, no good. And Umpqua getting down to the 6-minute mark. Pull up by Connor Shaw for 3. Cuts it to 16. There's an old saw in coaching, if you can just get it to 10 by the 5-minute mark, you got a shot. And Anthony Parker there got a little bit caught up of 2 minds, called for the travel. Cox comes out. Garrett White steps back on the floor for Spokane. And Tucker Peterson's going to inbound for Umpqua down 16. They've got some work to do if they want to get it to 10 by the 5-minute mark here. Shaw is going to start their offense on the left, finds Peterson down in the low post. Peterson on Parker, who can't really defend him aggressively, and he goes over top of him for the bucket. Umpqua trying to set up the press. Pacotis finds Delgado in the corner. Shots off, and here comes Clekus the other way. He finds Shaw, pull up 3 is good. And there you go, cuts it to 11, 5:26 to go, and we're going to take a break along with everybody else. 5:26 to go, Spokane 75, Umpqua 64.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball, but the official ball of you.
Shaw, Umpqua's going to press out of the timeout. Down 11 here, 5:26 to go, as they have to make a push now. Spokane gets it in. Pacotis finds Parker. Parker, a dangerous cross-court pass, picked up by Isaiah Gattel. And now Pacotis back over to Parker. Spokane looking to hold the ball a little bit. Swings it side to side, back to Parker, back over to Delgado. Delgado on Peterson, Klika steps up, and Pacotis open three, off the rim, no good. Tucker Peterson with the rebound, big play. Chance to cut it below 10, 4:53 to go for the Riverhawks. Klika's long three, nothing but net. It's an 8-point game, 4:45 to go. Umpqua looking to press, Isaiah Gothel trying to get the ball over the timeline with Anthony Parker. A little jump pass to Delgado, and Umpqua making Spokane work for it. They've cut a 19-point lead to 8, 4:28 to go. This is the run. Delgado swings it over to Parker. Parker looking to drive on Klikas. Good pass to White, who wasn't quite ready. Corrals the ball, sinks the foul line jumper. Little self-pass after Parker bounced the ball off of his face. And it's a 10-point lead for Spokane. Timeout on the floor.
We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
And we're back. It's Connor Shaw. Still let the ball roll over the timeline, pick it up. Looks to drive. Pass is blocked. Out of bounds. Umpqua is going to retain possession, though. Shaw got caught there, and Diedrich Pacotis was able to knock that back in his face a little bit. Shaw top of the key, Peterson going out to the right. Klikas pops off, a little bit of a lob. They can't quite sink it there. That was Cameron Benzel who couldn't quite complete that. Klikas found him coming down behind on the backside of the defense. White over to Pacotis. Pacotis inside to Gotel. Back out to Delgado. Trying to play a little two-man game with Gotel. Far side Parker pulls up. Shots blocked by Tucker Peterson, and he is stopped by Gotel. Tried to spin past him, lost the handle, and Anthony Parker resets. Peterson's going to come out and pick him up. Spokane happy to run the clock down here. Take a little time on possession, 10-point lead. Pacotis gets caught, picked up his dribble, but he gets it over to Parker. Parker drives in the lane, pull up on Peterson, no good. Benzel kept it alive only as far as Gattel, and J.R. Delgado hits the three. 80-67, 3 minutes to go. Umpqua still in this game with a shout. Shaw goes around the screen, misses the three. Anthony Parker with the rebound. Klekas aggressive and is going to get called for the foul there. Trying to go for the steal as Parker pushed the ball up the floor. Parker's going to go to the line, shoot 1 and 1. Klekas, that's going to be his third, 7th team foul. 2:50 to go. A couple substitutions for Umpqua. You've got Martin and Mortensen back in the game for the Riverhawks. In this, trying to get their squad in here for a little bit of a last push, just under 3 minutes. Parker with a chance to run it to 15, misses the front end. And Shaw over the timeline. He tried to get around Pacotis, bounced the ball off of him, ball goes out of bounds. Going to stay with Umpqua. 24 seconds on the shot clock. And they get to reset here. Down 13. Actually, Klekas is going to inbound the ball. He finds Shaw. Really, story of the game, Spokane's been able to limit Klekas to 14 points. Shaw with the turnover. Jump ball. Possession goes to Umpqua, so they'll keep it. They're not going to get a new clock. 16 seconds on the shot clock for them. And ball into Shaw again as Max Martin inbounds the ball and then runs down the opposite side of the floor. A very active screen there. Gattel really pressuring Martin. Gets Parker in the air, misses the three, bounces out to Shaw. That three's off. Pulled down again by Umpqua. Klekas for three. And Eric Klekas, a quiet 17 points, and it's a 10-point game. So we get down to the 2-minute mark. Umpqua trying to press and push the tempo on Spokane. Long cross-court pass, Gattel, easy lay-in on the pass from Pacotis, who drew the double team and then threw it long. And then Umpqua catches Spokane in transition for two. Timeout, Umpqua, 82-72, Spokane ahead.
I am strong. I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination. Confidence. I trust my gut. No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication. Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
And be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
And we're back. The NWAC Sweet 16. Spokane with a 10-point lead. The 3 seed out of the East. Spokane Sasquatch 82. Umpqua Riverhawks, the 2 seed out of the South. 72, down 10. Umpqua's going to press out of the timeout here. They've got to force the tempo. 1:47 to go. Spokane trying to put this one away here with a couple good possessions. And the inbound to Parker. Parker gets over the timeline easily, pulls the ball out in the corner there. Klekas is on him. He goes out to Pacotis. Looks like Umpqua's looking to foul. No, they're just going to play good defense for a second. Klekas went for the steal. Called for the foul. 1:36 to go. That's going to be Eric Klekas' 4th foul. Leading scorer, or second leading scorer today for Umpqua, Connor Shaw, leads Umpqua with 18. Klekas, that's his 4th foul. And Diedrich Pacotis shoots 1 and 1 with a 10-point lead. He hits the first. You really have to think you're only a bucket or two away from putting this one to bed if you're Spokane. And Pacotis misses the second. Shaw is going to push the tempo. Pacotis does a good job slowing him down. Kicks it out to Martin for 3. In and out, unlucky. Martin with the rebound back out to Klekas. Long 3 is short. And Mortensen looked to have saved it, but stepped on the line. Spokane up 11, minute 22 to go. They're going to inbound the ball. Once again, Umpqua trying to press, keep the game alive for themselves here. Cross-court pass. Delgado not over the timeline. He gets fouled by Max Martin, who pulled a lot of jersey there. You got to be careful with that. And it's going to be Gerald Delgado with the 11-point lead here. Garrett White did a good job getting that ball in. He's going to come out now for Isaiah Gattel. Delgado with the line. He's shooting 1 and 1. After this, they're going to be shooting 2 the rest of the way. The minute 17 to go. And he sinks the first. 84-72, 22 points for Delgado, leads all scorers. And Tucker Peterson back in the game for Umpqua. Mortensen comes off. Delgado hits again, 23. A game-leading 23 for J.R. Delgado. Spokane looking to close this one out, up 13. Peterson for 3 from the wing. Parker with the rebound. Max Martin goes for the foul, commits it. That's going to be his third. And 2 shots now for Anthony Parker for Spokane. Everything's 2 shots. A minute 8 to go, 13-point lead. And it looks like it's just about all over but the shouting here. Spokane just has to stay disciplined. Parker makes the first, run the lead to 14. Substitution for Umpqua. Into the game for the first time, number 12, Alec Hillman, the freshman from Petrie, Australia. Parker hits the second. And Connor Shaw picks the ball up as they go over the timeline here, pressured a little bit by Pakotis. Jump pass to Kleekus. Kleekus long 3, but he's set and he sinks it. And we go under a minute. 12-point lead and a foul on Kleekus. That's going to be his 5th as he fouls Parker. A little bit of a hard foul. And that's his 5th. 20 points. Eric Kleekus ends his season with a 20-point effort. Did everything he could to keep Umpqua in the game. And fouls out with 56.8 seconds to go. And Spokane holding a 12-point lead. Anthony Parker back at the line, shooting 2 again. He's 3 for 4 on the day. One more for Parker. And he hits. 13-point lead for the Sasquatch. Connor Shaw over the timeline. Off of a screen, pull-up 3. Straight shot, Asher Cox with the rebound. And a jump ball. Hillman is able to tie him up. Possession arrow goes to Spokane, and Umpqua will try to set up a little press again. This time, nope, they're going to go back to man pressure. Looks like a little bit of a run and jump. They've got a free player. But Peterson, he fouls Pakotis, and that's going to be Peterson's 5th foul as well. That's going to bring Brock Gilbert back in the game as Peterson fouls out. So Tucker Peterson, freshman from St. George, Utah, closes his game out, 7 points, 47 seconds to go, 88-75, Spokane over Umpqua. And Dietrich Pakotis at the line, looking to add to the lead. 15 for Pakotis. 4 scorers in double figures for Spokane. Actually 5 in double figures for Spokane, counting Garrett White. So they hit both. 15-point lead. Shaw drives, reverse layup off the front rim, no good. Couldn't quite pull that run down. I'm not sure who number 4 is. Let's see, Spencer Campbell in the game for the first time, and now Anthony Parker's going to be content to run the clock down here. Spokane with a 15-point lead. Umpqua backs off. And a really terrific effort from both teams today. Umpqua played really hard, looking like they're going to try to get one more substitution in. 30-second violation. on Spokane. That's going to allow Jordan Earhart from Rogue River, Oregon to step into the game, coming in for Gilbert out of Syracuse, Utah. Mass substitutions for the Sasquatch as well. You got Jamal Alstrom, Jalen Stith, Damian Carter, number 10, Tanner McClement Call, and number 24, Kobe Furkeron, all step into the game here with 6 seconds to go. Shaw looking to pull up, and he hits the one-hander, 2.4 seconds to go. And Spokane inbounds the ball, and they advance. It's the Spokane Sasquatch. Coach Jeremy Gross squad advances to the Elite Eight. Umpqua's season ends. Number 2 team from the South, Daniel Leeworthy's squad, ends their season 20 wins, 9 losses, losing today 90-77. And a great season for Umpqua. And Spokane wins and advances and plays tomorrow. This is Dave Morris. It's been a pleasure, signing off with the NWAC Basketball Championships.
We see you. Be your curious self at Clark College.
When I first graduated high school, all I wanted to do was go to a 4-year because if you went to a community college, it was, like I said, not very competitive. But now being at a community college for 2 years, that makes you grow up as a player way more than you would think just going straight to a 4-year. You have a lot of the community members that come out to your games that you know of, and so here I think is where kids really develop their skills and then they can go on to a 4-year. My name is Devaney. I play basketball at Centralia College and I go boldly.
WWCC is affordable. Find your way. Attend part-time. Direct transfer. Join the fun at WWCC.